Hey, soul fam, Amelia, a dear here. Hope you guys are feeling good, and we're here for a part two. Part two. We needed a part two because I didn't want to get y'all ramble off on the last one and y'all lose track of the meat and potatoes. Okay, soul fam. So let's jump right back into it. Let's continue talking about what is defining our happiness. Because as we know, everyone has been painting pictures for us from when we were younger too. You know, it goes back to when we was playing with dolls, watching certain TV shows, listening to the news and things like that, and just being lied to. We all here because we know that we've been lied to somewhat, some shape, some form, somehow, and today is the day, okay, that we no longer believe the lies. That's number one. Okay, number two is back to defining your happiness with work. Picking something, going into something that you want to do. And it's okay if you change your mind. I don't know who put the rule out that you can't stop doing something that you don't like, or you're a failure. That is not true, so fam. If you look back on many people that's made it and made millions, you know how many times they started something and started it over? Because you don't know you like it until you try it. And when you try it and try it for yourself, okay, this is not it. And you take what you could take and you leave what you could leave. It's called a lesson, okay? We get lessons with heartbreaks all the time, but we can't get lessons with work. I'm supposed to stay here for 40 years and be miserable for money to pay these bills? I'll be more miserable not paying the bills. It's the same misery. You get what I'm saying? So pick and choose and pick wisely, soul fam. You don't have to stay at a position, even if you work so hard to get there. Maybe take a break. It's okay that you want something different. It's okay to have a change at heart. People do it all the time. That's why there's this thing called divorce. We've had a change in heart. We thought we were compatible. We see we're not. Divorce them jobs. I'm not going to talk too personal with me because we just not going to get into it. But there was many times that I changed my job and people around me weren't happy about it. But guess who was happy about that change? The person that had to show up every day. You have to show up every day. Those people that are trying to dictate your happiness don't have to show up every day as you. You have to show up every day as you. So be sure that you're showing up the way you want to. You have a say in what you want to do. Just like you had to say to go, and you have to say to change your mind. Now, if you just can't make up your mind ever, okay, then that's where you want to get a little, you could get a little clarity. That's where you'll get someone to talk to, get someone in that field that done it, speak to somebody with some wisdom, get some insight. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to get some insight. To see like, okay, is that something I would like? And ask strategic questions. Sometimes we're not asking the right questions and we jump into a field. We always asking how much it pay. That's not the right question. That's not the right question. If your first question is how much it pay, that's not the right question. When I first started doing computer engineering, my first thing was, okay, does it involve math? Because I'm a mather. I found one of my old report cards, and I was just looking at it like, did I forget? I had a 99 in math every marking period so far. And I was like, a 99? You couldn't give me 100? I really wanted to do numbers. Like, I just understand math. I was just one of those people that just get it. It's either like you get it or you don't. And if you don't get it, you get someone to help you get it. It's really all it is. But me with math, it just clicked. I even got scholarships for math too, now that I think about it. There's a lot of things I overlooked when I was distracted. And it feels good to come back and re-look at it and like, okay, I got my mind back. Because when you get distracted, I'm laughing so fair because you just gotta laugh at your foolish choices, you know. And they weren't bad; they were just not the best. Okay. Anyway, point is, so fam, start asking the right questions, right? So, like I said, for me, when I chose to do a computer engineering major, I chose something that was all math, and that it was. I took every math there was to take. And I was like, I didn't even know this type of math existed, you know? So it was definitely challenging, and it helped me. It still helps me today, okay? Maybe I'm not doing math. Oh, but honey, I be putting problems together and solving them, okay? Problem solved. It helps you see on a whole different spectrum. And a lot of times people do ask, like, wow, how old are you? And I used to be a little embarrassed to talk about my age, but I'm not embarrassed anymore. It's like, it's a compliment, you know? Hey, you know, I'm not old. And so I'm not that young either. And I have a lot to learn as well. Anyway, point is, being that dedicated from a young age, being that driven and jumping in and asking the right questions has helped me, you know, today, because it helps me see a bigger spectrum. Like, sometimes people could see what's in their box, and as a coach, I see what's outside of the box, you know, and just me naturally. I'm naturally just like, maybe that's why I'm so good at math, because I naturally have that instinct, honestly, because it's not like I used to study really hard and all my life I wanted to be a mathematician. No, you know, like I was just in school and math was just one of those subjects that I was just in there like, oh, that's easy. Oh, that's easy. It was also another time, right, Sophia? This will help you understand what you need to look for, okay? So there was this time where this was actually a beauty school, because y'all know I done been to schools, okay? Degrees, certifications, and this one I love. I really love coaching, as you can see. It's like everything in one. That's why I think I love it so much, because it feels like I can use a little bit of this degree, use a little bit of that degree. I know when to use it. And when you put all the pieces together, like, it's like having your favorite ice cream. It's like having the mint chocolate chip mixed with, I don't know, the cookies and cream. That's my two favorite. It's like when you mix it together, it's just so great. So anyway, right? So I was in beauty school, right? And we had to do this assignment, right? It was like this, I don't know, it was like this puzzle we had to solve. Because that's what I do, so fam. I solve puzzles, okay? So on different levels. Ooh. Like, you ever get to a problem and you just be like, dang, I can't get it. That's where I come in, okay? But anyway, we was in beauty school, right? And we had to solve this puzzle, right? So everybody is like scrambling around. You had to figure out how to get from one place to the other place, but you only had this one tool, and then it was like all these little rules, right? So automatically, I'm over here, my brain is just going off, pinging left and right, ping. And I solved that problem probably in like 10 minutes. And when we was doing it as a class collectively, like, right? And so it was like the introduction to the cosmetology school, right? And when it came down to it, all the teachers was like, no one has ever, I can't make this up so fast. You could go back and ask anyone I was in that beauty school program with. No one has ever solved this that quick. You know, they were just looking around, and then usually that exercise take up like the whole day. It took up one like portion of the day, and we had the whole day free. So we just had like free time, you know. And so during the free time, that's what all the teachers are just like, who is this girl? And even then, I'm just like, I'm good at math. You know, I'm so humble and nonchalant about everything. Even still, I'll just be like, but it helps you understand, so fam, like, when you're good at something, you're good at something. You can go to school and sharpen up the skills and be around people to really help you see more of your skills, but you have your skills already. God made you with skills. He didn't just, why would he just make you and just, all right, no. How do you think we even got to this point? You got to think about when pyramids were built, when the refrigerator was built. You get what I'm saying? Everything around you that was built was something that was, you get what I'm saying? It happened naturally. They just looked at it and solved the problem, right? Okay. I'm not gonna get too far because I don't want to lose you. So fam, you have to start exercising all of your skills so you can see which one you excel in. Okay, sometimes we'll be like, all right, I like helping people. Okay, that's a start. Now let's see what areas allow you to help people, right? And then you start going into different fields and trying them out. And the quicker you go through the fields and give it time, okay, you don't want to just be one weekend, I'm out. Because you got to have those uncomfortable stages. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it time. You can't rush it. But go in. Go in. Before you even go to school, go do an internship. Go volunteer. Go sit in there. Just sit there. You know, you can go into any class, any school, and sit in the class. You won't get a grade. You know that, right? But you can just sit in the class. Find out the schedule. Hey, what classes do you offer? I'm thinking about coming in. Go in there just like that. Some of us, we're so afraid of everything. I don't know who raised us, but we be so afraid of I can't go in there. Why not? Go in there. I'll be like, go in there. So fam, look at the schools in your area. Look at the programs they offer. Look at the schedules that they have. The schedules be online. You could Google the schedules. Go call in. Hey, I'm thinking about enrolling. I just wanted to do a tour. Go do a free tour. It's free to tour. Okay? And go sit up in there on your free time when you're bored and you're sitting on social media, way past your social media time, because it should be on your schedule. Okay? Go and sit in that school and sit in that class for 45 minutes and listen to the lecture. Look at the books that's required. Look up the books online. This is what it takes. If you don't want to do all that, okay, don't. But again, this channel is for those who's ready to elevate to a new level. There's certain things that I did, and now that I know where I could do it a little bit easier, I'm gonna show my kids, and I'm gonna even coach my clients. There's a little easier way. Okay, it's still hard work, but it's a little, maybe, you know how like some of us go all the way and enroll in school and then drop out? That is the part where, I mean, it's a little easier, okay? Like this little tip I'm saying, you don't go pay for school, go volunteer. Find you a job for now, okay? Yay, you love it, yay. And on your off days, take a day off and go do some research. Sometimes we think only taking a day off is to go on a vacation, to do the same thing you could have did at home. If you like vacation so much, why don't you live near vacation for a little while? You like the vacation, go live at the vacation. It's the same price. And at least now, every day you wake up, you on vacation. Oh, but I don't know nobody. You didn't know nobody when you was going from junior high school to high school. You didn't know nobody when you was going from elementary school to middle school. You didn't know nobody when you was going from high school to college. I know when I was going to college, I didn't know anybody. I'm lying. Because when we did the tour, we met people. Okay? You sit around, you have orientation, and you meet people. Okay? You want to go to a new state? Go get a new job in that new state. And you're going to meet new people. You know what people love to do? Talk. The number one thing people like to do is talk, okay? And tell you what's happening. You could go on the Facebook pages. They got little Facebook pages for all the towns all around the world. I'm like, they got a Facebook page for that too? Go read up the pages. They got next door. Next door will tell you what's happening on all the streets. All you gotta do is put in the street address. You can see all the drama that's happening. All they doing is talking. Somebody left a package. My package is missing. That's all I see on Nextdoor all day. I'll be having to delete the app. So I be like, what y'all be talking about? Someone's in my parking spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, so fair. This is how easy it is to change your environment, to make it suit your needs. Stop being afraid. If you're afraid to meet new people, you're never gonna meet new people. If you're afraid to move, you're never gonna move. So if you're afraid, stop complaining. Because we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. We just don't. Because every time you tell us the story, you go and you do the same action, and we tired of hearing it. They sent me a couple letters in the mail. I read the letters. They tired of hearing the complaints. Okay? So if you're not going to do nothing, don't say nothing. And if you're going to do something, don't say nothing. Ooh, I love that one. I just made that one up. But seriously, so fam, listen. Look, y'all see the net. Listen, so fam. If you're not happy with it, change it. And if you change it and you're not happy with it, change it again. And change it again. And change it again. And change it again. You ever see how... You ever see... I got my chocolate today. I got my chocolate. You ever see how... You ever see like rehearsals for like a movie? Like say a play, not a movie, more like a play. Like if you ever did like a school play, high school play, dance rehearsal, right? What they doing? They rehearsing. They practicing. They getting a dance move. They rehearsing their lines. They singing their song. They hear, and I... No, cut. Redo from the top. And I... Cut. And you know what I'm saying? Take 3, take 4, take 5. Take as many times as you need until you are happy with the outcome. Because the person that has to get up every day and deal with whatever situation you have is you. So just be sure you want the situation, you have. And you have that choice. It's easier said than done because it allows you to pull and break away from those things that kind of bind you to the environment. You know, you be kind of bind, like, you be trying to let go, be like a grip. You be like, get them off, back up. You know what I'm saying? Break those binds. Because the ones that's for you is going to nicely come back. The ones that's for you is always going to nicely come back without a problem. Without a problem. And the ones that don't, that is the hardest part there is being willing to let go what's stopping you from growing. Because what happens when you're not growing? You perishing. Seriously. You are perishing. If you don't change the pot your plant is in, eventually the roots is gonna, the you know what I'm saying? The wings, the branches, it's not gonna have nowhere to go. You ever see the trees, the leg trunks breaking out of the cement, breaking through? When you got trees, when you got roots like a tree, baby, you gonna break through, babe. You gonna break off. You make room. So you could either break off and make room, but either way, you gotta get a bigger pot. A tree and a plant is not the same. Okay, when we talk about this plant and this pot, eventually, see this plant, I'm gonna have to get a bigger pot. Or what's gonna happen? It's gonna die. It's gonna die because they don't have no room. See, this pot is not like outside on the dirt. The tree is, it's a lot of dirt out there. That's not a pot. That's a world. This right here is in a little pot, right? A little tree pot. That's what's called. It's called the tree pot. So if that pot ain't big enough, you can't see it because it's behind iPad. If that pot ain't big enough, this plant going down. This plant is gonna die. Change your pot. Moral of the story. Change your pot. Okay? Because you a nice little plant, you a nice little tree, you a nice little bundle of joy. Okay? And you need to be planted and treated with such. Alright, so fam? For those that made it to this part of the video, ooh, I see you growing already. I see you just sprouting. Hey! Hey, neighbor! Hey! How you doing? Okay? Listen, y'all know we here to elevate. We here to move forward with love. We here to grow. And if you want to talk about it, if you have something in particular and maybe I missed it in one of my videos, book a session. Let's talk about it. Let's chop it up. That's what you say? Let's chop it up a little bit. Let's talk about it. All right? Invest in me. It comes back to you. Come on, let the church say yes. Woo! All right? And if you're not part of the Soul Fam, you're missing out. Okay? Because we got some great stuff coming. We've been talking about some great topics. We've been growing. We've been elevating. And we have more to come. All right? And in order to be a part of the Soul Fam, you just have to subscribe, comment from time to time, like, let me know that you're there. Let me know. Let me see what's happening. All right, Soul Fam. Amelia Adair here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm gonna see you at the next one. Bye for now.